Hello friends of Tony's Little Garden, welcome to another video where today we are going to see how we can fix or solve a very common problem in seed beds and newly sprouted plants called isolation. That is, a stretching of the stem that occurs when we place them in a location where they do not receive direct sunlight and they stretch the stem searching for the sun. In this way, they lose a lot of energy in their development, resulting in weak, elongated plants. Let me show you first what the difference is. Look, here we have a bunch of little plants. These are pak choi, okay? Germinated, that I am making a video for the channel. And here we have them also germinated but without isolation. You see the difference in the stems. They are sown at the same time. I did this in the greenhouse where it receives direct sunlight, and this one I did at home next to a window. As you can see, they stretched out looking for the sun. This is a problem in the long run. The plant becomes weak and will start to fall. Look here, some have already fallen, okay? They are bending over. Look at how stretched out this stem is here. In this video, I will show you how to fix it. It's important to notice it as soon as possible to solve it, okay? This one isn't too bad yet, it can still be fixed. It would have been better to act a little earlier. Look, we'll do it on this one, that we can see the difference between the two. This germinated when I already brought the little plants to the greenhouse, and look how they are developing perfectly. And these, however, have an elongated stem. This is one of the 7 mistakes we make in seed beds. I will leave you a link to a video where I explain all the mistakes we can make and will become masters in terms of seed beds. So let's start. To start, we need a precision tool like a fork, okay? In this case, we insert it away from the plants to avoid damaging the roots. We stick it in well and leverage it. What we want is to remove the plants without damaging the roots at all. It's important to mention that it's ideal for it to be somewhat moistened so that everything comes out well. And now we can separate our plants with our hands. Here, as you can see, I put a bunch of seeds, they fell, but well, it's okay. We separate here. We have one already. And as we see, we have the entire root undamaged. Now we separate these. We can wet them a little. And that way it's easier for us to separate them well. Here I actually overdid it a bit when planting. But well, one plant, these are already saved. This would be the process just like this perfect. Well, separating a few is fine for me. That way they all come out easily. The next step is to take some pots, yogurt containers, any container, and what we need to do in this case is, well, simply in this case what we will do is plant them deeper, you see, so that the stem is buried, and this way we ensure that the plant grows more or less well. We are helping it develop, so we add a substrate, a quality substrate with a bit of warm humus, in my case, because that's how I like it. And now we have one of the plants saved. You see, we already have a good stem, and the rest is buried. Now it will develop much better. It is important that in this case, we now leave the little plant directly under sunlight, okay? We cannot put it back where it was in the window, because if we do, the same issue will happen again, with it stretching its stem. Another option we can do is simply fill the pot first. I prefer the method I did first that I showed you, because that way I position the plant better and avoid so the roots don't bend upwards. But well, this method is also very valid with a pen. We simply make a hole all the way to the bottom, quite wide. We can also use a stick. Well, there are specific tools, but we won't need them. And we place our plant and we press the substrate. This method also works for us. It's important to tell you that in many cases, many crops, many plants will also grow roots from the buried stem, which will also strengthen them. It's not in all cases, but in most, yes, as has been seen in many cases with tomatoes. Meaning it is really interesting. A very simple, practical, and quick solution. And we have also taken advantage and replicated all our plants. Now where we only had one pot, we have now 6 pak choi plants to grow. Now in truth, I have a lot of work. I have to replicate all these plants. Look, there is one that is lying down. Okay, so this is the solution. I made these 2 seed beds for you to see the difference. I really did it wrong on purpose, just for you to see. So that's it, fellow gardeners. I hope this video really helped you. It is quite simple. It is very important that when we make seed beds, we have a good place where they can receive good temperatures and above all, direct sunlight. So as I say, I hope this has been useful, and I'll see you next Thursday on Tony's Little Garden channel. Goodbye.